First of all, folks, I want to say apologies. I was handling some technical things on my end. But second of all, good evening. Welcome back to the Knicks Cast channel. Knicks currently down 7-5, I believe, is the Washington Wizards. A little late start for us, but the Knicks are playing on the second night of a back-to-back with no Mitchell Robinson. So, Donald, I'll let you hand off for first thoughts. We'll eventually match TVs, but we got to get this thing going.
Well, super sloppy start, and obviously I'm a little worried about the lack of depth at the five. So we're going small. We've got Towns at the five, which is usually a nightmare. But offensively, Towns is a bit of a beast, and he's got basically all the Knicks points to start this game. So maybe you'll see him in some 5-out sets. Maybe you'll see him be more of a lead option because he's been looking lost in Brown's system to this point. But but no better time than the present to get locked in. But what I will say about our offense, Brunson and Bridges have taken it to like a duck to water. They just look so comfortable in it, and they've been great. But we need others to step up.
Absolutely. I don't know how you're seeing it. The Knicks just got the ball off a travel, I think, from the Wizards. So Brunson on my screen is going to bring the ball up off of McCollum. Individual ISO. Brunson pulls a step back three, misses, rebound Towns. Towns battles for position, thought he was fouled, pulls up, and doesn't get it to go. Doesn't get it to go for a second time, battles for the ball, and turns it over. It is a 5-on-4 for the Wizards. McCollum kicks. Drives is Koulibaly. Koulibaly inside. He got a charge. So we'll obviously match TV's a commercial, but we just wanted to get on here. But yeah, I'll say this. I think the last two games, or I should say the last game, was a bit more encouraging from Towns offensively. I think you're seeing Brunson and Cat run more pick and roll action, pick and pop action. I mean, across whole Knicks Twitter, there's a lot of overreactions overall. But yeah, everybody has their worry points. But you see, Donald, you were talking about 5-out action and 5-out sets. This is a perfect one because you have Landry Shamet who can shoot the ball, and he had 9 points last game. So it's not like he's a non-shooter. Everybody else is a shooter alongside Karl-Anthony Towns, and that's when he benefits best offensively.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to see it on my end right now. Towns with a quick handoff, hands to Brunson. Brunson, three-pointers up and good. As I said, they've been running more two-man game, and the Knicks would like to see more of that, especially from Mike Brown would like to see more of that. More pick and pops, more inverted pick and rolls as Koulibaly beats OG Anunoby backdoor. Brunson gets a screen from Towns to the right. Brunson on the drive. Brunson pulls. Brunson looks to the corner. Shamet misses the three, rebound taken out, deflected, and it will be Knicks basketball. Dal, did you see last game how the Knicks did not get back in transition? Mikal Bridges screamed at his teammates.
I'm loving the accountability. Bridges has been great. He's been locked in from day one, man. So I'm definitely happy with that. And Mike Brown's figuring stuff out. He's figuring things out a little bit on the fly. We're not quite as prepared as I thought we would be to start this year, I'll be honest. I thought we'd be much farther along, especially defensively. But it's still early. So, you can't make mass judgments. I would say until even game 20, that's probably the point where you maybe start making more decisive decisions as to where we're at as a ball club.
Swing corner pass to Bridges, not that time. Rebound Alex Sorry. You're absolutely right with the we'll talk more about the commercial because there's a lot of different overreactions. Just a couple of things, but I would say yesterday kind of settled the masses as a corner three's knocked down there from the Wizards. So it is 12.
I really don't like our defense. I just don't like it. I'm not impressed.
Yeah, the most the Knicks will be probably defensively this year is serviceable. At most, I said. I didn't say – I mean, probably most realistically, they'll probably be in the late teens, early 20s maybe. Brunson hands to Anunoby. Anunoby looking. Goes left. Pulls back. Gives to Towns. Towns takes a midi. And in and out. Rebound Kaishan George.
Oh,
George to Koulibaly. Koulibaly beyond the arc, drives down the lane. Pass is stolen. Towns with the football pass up to Bridges, and Bridges for the slam.
Nice outlet from Towns. Towns has looked locked in to start this game.
Timeout by the Wizards, and hopefully we can match up with just a little bit, get in sync. It's
Yeah,
up to
you're only
everybody.
about 2 seconds behind me, I'd say.
So timeout Wizards. And the overreactions were interesting over the weekend. Obviously, people were, I think there, from some fans, there was a lot of hindsight and a lot of revisionist history being drawn. I would say some on the Tibbs part, there were some people that were like wishing Tibbs back, which that you could either be trolling or you could be serious. There's like very few people that I think were actually serious. But I think you got to give Mike Brown a chance. As I said, in the opening show in terms of the season preview, I said I think Mike Brown is best fit or better fit with his strengths as a coach to take on this roster as opposed to Tibbs. There was also a lot of, I mean, you could disagree, you could agree with. Listen, Karl Anthony Towns is not a perfect player, but I think a lot of people were drawing a little bit of revisionist history on the whole trade itself. My personal opinion, you have the right to disagree, Donald. Listen, Towns and Randall are both very talented players. Both are also very confounding players to root for. That's not hindsight. That's me as a full-on objective fan. I hate neither player. I liked both. I like both. Well, I like Towns when he's here. I liked Randall when he's here. But I think there's just a little bit of revisionist history that people are getting too amped up about. There's reasonable. Let me tell you right now. There's some reasonable concerns around Karl Anthony Towns, especially when he has soft touch around the paint. Donald's mentioned that he tends to be a little clumsy when he falls down driving to the basket, and most notably his defense. But Donald, if you want to sound off, that's fine. We'll have a little bit of discourse while we're in the commercial.
I didn't want the trade at the time because I'm not sure if Towns did I. Like that much of an upgrade over Julius Randle. I mean, he's a better player, but like honestly, Randle's been playing better. If you look at what Randle's doing over in Minnesota, he's playing better. I think Randle's a little bit tougher, and also I like his bully ball style in the paint. He makes use of his size a little bit more than Towns does. Towns is more of a finesse guy. And it's kind of made it a little bit awkward putting him in the 5 because he's absolutely destroyed our defensive schemes. That's why Thibodeau's scheme didn't work last year was because of Towns at the 5. Now, that's also partly on Leon Rose for not bringing in enough depth at center to ensure that Towns plays the 4. And Towns is much better at the 4 than he is the 5. But it is revisionist history. I don't dislike Towns. Like Towns is
neither do I.
When he's good, he's freaking sensational. When he's good, he's much better than Randall on another level entirely. It's just I don't know. He just gets a little soft and clumsy at times. But so far today, he looks like he's locked in. Some games he doesn't look like he's interested. Right now, he looks very interested. So I'll be interested to see what kind of numbers he can up in this game. This is a great matchup for him.
Absolutely. Brunson drives down the lane, spins, pulls up on Kaishan George, shot and it won't go, rebounded by the Wizards. McCollum will bring it up in transition. McCollum one-on-one, hands to Sarr. Sarr hands to Champagny. Champagny drives down the lane. Champagny inside. Off the glass is good.
Towns was too soft there, man.
I agree. I think the point of attack defense was bad too.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Brunson hands to Bridges. No fakes, actually looking. Finds Towns. Towns to the top. Looking for a hand off to Towns. Anunoby drives down the lane. Anunoby inside. Layup is good.
What about that move? A nice little Euro step from a man, OG.
16-15 Wizards are up. Sarr on the drive. Sarr inside. Shot is good and one. Now, I will say that was soft on Karl Anthony Towns.
Lucas says begrudgingly. Yeah, that was a little soft. You know, the biggest problem is, man, he refuses to listen to his coaches who tells him to stop giving up soft fouls. And
that's one of his biggest flaws. I mean, you could argue it's his first or second biggest flaw. I mean, he looks like he's on skates defensively. And then this is objective criticism, of course, because we've seen him almost 2 years here as a Knick and throughout his NBA career just in general. When he plays defense at the 5, he looks like he's on skates, but also the stupid fouls is the biggest
I
criticism.
think it's his biggest problem, man, because I could live with his terrible defense considering how good he is offensively. It's the fouls that keeps him off the court, which he's just been taken off the court right now because of him. And that's unacceptable because we don't have any centers. Now we have to play that bomb Yabusele. So, I mean, that's because of Towns. Towns has to be a smarter player.
He does, absolutely. Brunson drives down the lane. It's a 2-point game, which the Wizards are up.
Oh,
Keyshawn George drives down the lane on Bridges. George inside all the way to the cup is good.
My patience is getting low, bro.
Brunson hands to Hart. Hart looking for a handoff. Finds Bridges. Back to Brunson, the top of the key. Yabusele comes with the screen to the left. SARS and drop. Brunson pulls up. Misses the 3. Rebound. Yabusele fighting for it. Still looks and finds Hart. Nope. He was actually out of bounds when he
stepped out of bounds there. Clumsy.
I don't understand. This could be me, Donald. I don't understand why he's heavier than Towns.
Bro, he's massive. Like, what was he doing in the offseason?
It's like his lower end. And I'm not trying to be weird and shit. It's just an observation. It's like, he's buff up top, but his like lower end kind of like distorts his movement and all. And I think the Knicks, if I'm not mistaken, are actually going to challenge.
He looks desperately unfit, bro. I mean, it's nothing to do with anybody's weight, anything like that. It's just that he just doesn't look fit. He just looks a little too big to be an NBA fucking player, man. He's a little bit too thick. Like, he needs to seriously get on that treadmill.
Yeah, I could not agree more.
He looks unfit and clumsy and out of shape and unable to go up and down the court. So defensively, he's not nearly as active on defense as I'm used to seeing from a Yabusele. And offensively, he's definitely not as good as he has been for the 76ers. So I don't get what's going on with Yabusele. Like, we both were excited when we acquired him.
Yeah, because
a versatile player, he can shoot, he can play some defense, he can defend a number of positions. But unfortunately, he's turned up to camp enormous.
Yes, you're absolutely right. And what was I going to say? What I liked about him most was he was, and this was a slight towards Mikal Bridges because it was meant to be. What was I going to say? Yeah, it was a slight towards Mikal Bridges because I originally said, you know what? Mikal Bridges, all he did was take mid-range jumpers last year. He didn't take shots at the rim. He didn't take shots from 3. Last year, Yabusele took shots from 3, and he took shots at the rim, which was analytically the best shots you could take.
Right.
Now, Yabusele really doesn't have much of an impact offensively, and you saw it, Donald. If you watched the game yesterday, he barely played any minutes.
He had 5 minutes.
In the second half.
And credit to Brown because he doesn't want to put anybody on blast. He says that Yabusele's played well, and it's on him to give him minutes and to keep him. He just needs to stay ready, and he'll get his shot. I mean, Brown said all the right things, but let's be honest, he hasn't played well.
No,
he's unfit. And the reason why he's not getting any minutes is because he's been terrible. But Mike Brown's being a good coach, and he's not putting him on blast yet because he doesn't want to lose the player. But
absolutely,
eventually he might need to call him out if this continues because, he's really let us down. Our bench has been a disaster, and Yabusele is a big reason for that. Yeah, sorry, man. I was going to say,
you're good.
Our defense should not be. Our bench should not be this weak, and he's a big reason why because we signed him over other candidates who we probably now should have probably thought of acquiring instead of him. And he's let us down, and he's let our bench down, and it's been a problem, and that's why we've struggled this far.
Yeah, aside from, yesterday was a big bench game for the Knicks. Landry Shamet went off, Deuce McBride went off, Jordan Clarkson went off.
That's true.
Clarkson you told me, and I knew this coming in, and you made the good point yesterday when we were talking during the game, where you essentially said there's going to be nights where he shoots like crap, and there's going to be nights where he's going to look like prime J.R. Smith. Last night, for one of those nights from Clarkson, where he looks like prime J.R. Smith. And you know what? Here's another thing that I was going to mention to you. It seems that Brown has overall shortened his rotation. I sent you the message where Mike Brown essentially said, I was too much fumbling around with substitutions. I've shortened the rotation. And Tyler Kolek's not in that rotation.
I, yeah, man, I agree, and I'm glad that Brown has shortened his rotation. I, and also the last time we saw Cole, like he really struggled. So he's just one of those guys that's going to be on the precipice, and it's up to him to work himself back into the rotation. I don't mind. I'm glad that Brown sorted out the rotation because, as he said himself, I'm not saying anything out of school. He said he's all over the map. He was all over the map with the substitutions. We did the second game. We did the first game and the second game. I said that after the second game, I was like, these substitutions are ridiculous. He needs to stop.
Yeah.
And it has been much better of late.
Yeah, for sure. And the thing was, as we're getting back to action, like you obviously want flow, you want chemistry. That's the best way, as Mike Brown said. With the consistent rotation, you'll get chemistry. As Brunson has at the top against Marvin Bagley, drives into the mid-range, couple of fakes, hands back to Bridges. Bridges drives down the lane. Bridges, couple of fakes. Bridges off the glass, no good. Rebound, Yabusele. He's going to bounce it out quick, out to Hart, back to Bridges, back to Brunson. Good ball movement here. Brunson, no good. Rebound, Bagley. The Knicks are missing some open looks early on.
The Knicks have had 7 offensive boards, and they're still
only a matter of time before they hit. Brunson drives. This is Kispert, drives down the lane inside. Ball's lost out of bounds. It'll be Knicks basketball. And I'm going to be fair. I think the system is working, Donald. It's just a matter of guys hitting open shots.
Well, you saw what they did yesterday when they did hit open shots. They were just ridiculously good.
Brunson drives down the lane. He has a double team. Yabusele pick and pop action. In and out. Rebound Wizards.
God, where's the bleach? What I will say, though, we're over-relying on the three. I would like us to mix it in with the paint a little bit more. But and by and large, we're aggressive. We get to the free throw line often, and we get a lot of open looks, a lot of open threes. But when they're not falling, I would like to see us attack the paint more.
Sure. Josh Hart has it. Three-pointer from the wing. In and out. Rebound Wizards. It's like the second three that is bounced in and out of the rim. Offensive foul, Corey Kispert.
I think we could all agree that Josh Hart is not someone I want to be hitting open threes. I want Josh Hart attacking the paint because he's not someone that can shoot right now.
Yes, I'll tell you yes and no, because everybody knows when he drives, he's not looking to go up with the ball. He's looking to pass. It's been evident in some possessions, but yesterday was an anomaly where he was actually attacking the rim with ferocity.
Yeah, I want to see that more, man, because his 3-point shot is off. He says he can't feel his
hand. He said he's got hand problems, as Deuce McBride checks in. And about the threes, the Knicks have
already taken. Why is he getting surgery? Come on. I know he's good, but come on.
I agree. I completely agree, and we'll talk about that. McBride hands to Yabusele, drives down the lane, couple of fakes, lost, kicks out to McBride. McBride one-on-one, drives down the lane, couple of fakes, back out to Hart. Hart hands to Anunoby, quick screen there. Anunoby versus Kispert. Anunoby pulls a high arc step back three. That's well short. Rebounded by the Wizards.
Come on. You can mix it up a little bit. Too many threes.
That was more of a forced isolation possession, but Yabusele's in drop, drives down the lane. Wizards score on the bucket. McBride will bring it up. Nearly a bad pass there. Anunoby just barely keeps in bounds, drives down the lane, kicks out to Yabusele, back to Brunson.
Oh,
Brunson, couple of jab steps. Brunson drives down the lane inside. Layup is good. Took Bagley to school there.
Well, Bagley's awful, so.
Yeah, he's trash. Bagley defended by Yabusele. Whitmore nearly loses the handle. Knicks trying to communicate back on defense. Hands back to Kispert. Very good shooter. Drives down the lane. Inside pass to Bagley. Bagley scores.
you know your rim protection is down bad when Bagley has an open layup in the paint.
Would you play Huck Porty in this scenario?
I would do something, bro.
Brunson hands to Anunoby. Anunoby, quick handoff to Yabusele. Hands to Hart. Offensive foul, Yabusele. He elbowed, I believe, was Marvin Bagley.
Get this. Get Eddie Curry out of my face. This guy looks like Eddie Curry. Get him out of my face.
Oh, God. You're about to trigger Knicks fans for the 2000 memory with that one.
Like me. Like
yes.
I've seen enormous, out-of-shape people. And unfortunately, as a Knicks fan from the 2000s, and he is one of them.
Carrington, screen to the right, drives, oh, my God, back. And I'll tell you what. I'm going to tell you why that's not on Yabusele, because if the Knicks are employing him in drop coverage, it's a whole breakdown defensively. I'll get into that in a second as Anunoby goes up with a dunk. I'll explain the flaw with drop coverage. But regardless, the Knicks get a turnover. McBride with the steal. McBride in transition. Pulls up for three. No good. Rebound McBride. McBride slows it down.
Move it around.
He's going to pull it back. Just take some time off the clock. 8 on the shot clock. Goes right. Looking. Finds Brunson in the corner. Brunson jab steps. Finds Yabusele inside. Blocked by Kispert, but I think it was a foul.
Blocked by Kispert?
Kispert, Donald. Kispert.
Kispert should not be blocking you at the rim. You were bigger. You were stronger.
That's what we would think, Donald. But and during commercial, I'm explaining to my problem, and I'm objective, everybody. I'm objective. I called it out when Tibbs did it. I'm going to call it out when Mike Brown does it. Stop with the fucking drop coverage. It does not work. I will tell you why it's so flawed, as Yabusele just misses a free throw. Just insult to injury. Insult to injury.
Oh, this guy's ass.
And it's not like he was as Donald, we were pointing out as Will Riley checks in for Cam Whitmore. It's not like he was an ass player. Like, this guy was good in the Sixers last year. Helped carry the bench just a little bit. I just don't understand.
Yeah, he averaged 11 points, 5 boards, 2.1 assists. That's good.
Should be good. Yabusele's second free throw rattles home. Carrington will bring it up, defended by McBride. About a 2-second differential, 1-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Carrington calling out the offense. They're running a cross screen for Kispert, but Carrington goes right. Looks, corner Kispert, swing pass for 3, puts it in. Final seconds, Josh Hart brings up the floor, drives down the lane, inside, gets it to go at the buzzer.
That takes some balls. Good job.
He went from coast to coast on that play. That is prototypical Josh Hart play, and that's what we saw yesterday as well. But the other one, folks, I'll update the score. It's 24-30.
Oh, wait a minute. No, he still had it. That's I think that's getting overturned, bro.
That's going to get overturned, unfortunately.
I think it was still in his fingertips at the buzzer, unfortunately.
I saw it. I think I'm going to agree with you, Donald. Unfortunately, that might not count. I'm going to try to point this out from a non-visual perspective, because unless I can get something off of Twitter where I can point out the flaws in drop coverage. So what you're doing, and again, I apologize because this is not visual format in terms of what I like, what film I can show. But essentially, when you're in drop coverage, which the Knicks employ Towns, they've employed Yabusele, Huck Porty at times, not often with Mitch, sometimes though. I'm going to get to Jacob's comment real quick. He says, Clarkson could be that final piece. He is inconsistent. Absolutely, could not agree more. But when you're in drop coverage, right, let's just say you're driving, the guy's driving baseline, whatever, or driving to the left or to the right of the rim. You have 2 defenders trying to occupy the ball handler driving to the rim, because you have one guy that's playing the on-ball defense, and then you have a guy who's dropping, so he doesn't get all the way to the paint. The problem is, a pick would have to be set. You're allowing the roll man to roll to the basket unless there's a tagger coming in from the weak side corner. And when the weak side corner guy comes in, that leaves everybody one pass away. So you saw on that play with Kispert where where Kispert was open in the corner for three. And I told you, and again, I've been pointing out Yabusele is bad, but
I can't stand drop coverage, bro.
I can't stand it either. Nor can Awful Coaching, one of our favorite YouTubers. But in all
yes,
seriousness,
Awful Coaching.
Great channel. In all seriousness, it doesn't work unless you have really good rotating defense, like snap of a finger rotations, like because the idea is you're obviously when you're doing drop coverage, you're essentially leaving yourself because you're doing 2-on-1 on the ball handler, which means you're leaving essentially 4-on-3 on the rest of the defense. Where the Wizards or whoever your opponent is, it has 4 offensive players and only 3 guys to cover. That means you're leaving the defense or the offense 1 pass away. So it's rotate, rotate, rotate. There's just not enough communication in the rotations.
Yeah, exactly, man.
You're better off playing up on the screen, switching, and then rotate like that. I would prefer playing up on the screen or just plain out switching. I do not like drop coverage. If you want to hedge the screen, that's fine. You want to ice the screen, that's cool. McBride's floater is no good, rebounded by the Wizards, Bob Carrington, as we start the second quarter.
By the way, we're now down double figures to the Washington Wizards at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, don't like the sound of that, or as Michael Scott would say, nope, don't like that. Anunoby with the handoff, hands to McBride. McBride defended the top of the key. Towns comes to the screen to the left. He actually gives him a handoff. Anunoby was in the corner, open for a second. Did not see him. Towns feeds to McBride. McBride off the wing, knocks down a 3.
And the only benefit to losing to the Wizards is that it helps us get that
that protected draft pick.
Having said that, they are 1-5, and that's never going to happen. So
long 3-pointer that time, no good. Rebounded by the Knicks. Clarkson, Towns looking for a handoff. Towns fakes back out to McBride. Beautiful pass, nice pass. That's ball movement right there. Pass to pass, Anunoby for the dunk.
That was Sabonis-esque.
Drop coverage again, stolen by the Knicks. Here comes Clarkson in transition. Clarkson pulls, 3-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Sarr.
That was a great steal from Towns. He's actually been pretty good in this game.
Drop coverage again. They switch it now. Back to the rotations. Trey Johnson, the rookie, goes over a screen. They're in drop. Kicks out to the wing. That is Sarr for 3. Air ball. I got NYJ Dan, a friend of mine, he's like, what's your call for when you call Knicks games? And I'm like, I say bang, but I don't, I got to think of a.
You need your own signature.
I need my signature. I'm not going to steal Mike Breen's thunder. Towns looking for a pass. Finds Anunoby against Johnson, has the mismatched size. Anunoby is stripped and stolen. Here come the Wizards. They have numbers, and McBride fouls. That is Will Riley, so he'll go to the line for 2.
So what's on your short list of possible calls?
For threes, I would say like something splash something.
Splash. I like splash.
I maybe, you know what? You got a point. I might do splash. Because there's no NBA now. It's like maybe they'll say it like once in a while.
I like pure. Pure is good.
Pure. I'd say that's more of a you call. But the Knicks do not get the rebound off the missed free throw. Sarr drives down the lane, inside over Towns and scores. 34-27, Clarkson will bring the ball up. Clarkson hands to McBride. McBride looking for a handoff again, hands Anunoby. Anunoby back to Clarkson, going to run some pick and roll. Towns actually has a handoff at the top of the key looking for a man. Towns looks, finds Anunoby. Anunoby takes the 3-pointers up. 3-pointers and air ball rebounded by Carrington.
Can't fault Towns, though. He passed well, set a screen.
Towns with the steal. Here comes McBride.
Towns has definitely been good in this game.
Towns.
Got this open shot, bro.
Drives down the lane inside, gets it to go.
Okay.
Timeout Wizards.
This is the kind of Towns I like to see, man. He's been active on both ends. He's been involved in ball handling, making some nice passes, nice outlet passes, um, and he's been involved in sprays, and
Yes.
defensively active hands, forcing steals. This is good. This is good. I like to see this.
Now, can the rest of the team pick it up as much as Townsend's?
Right,
Just
and
pressure.
that's what the frustrating aspect is. It's like the team rocks and he's just not there, and then when he's balling, the rest of the team aren't there. It's like we
Well,
need
it's
a
the
little
corner
bit more,
consistency. And
consistency.
I think when you talked about the 3-pointers, I'm like of a mind, and I'm like middle with the threes, right? You obviously want to take the right threes. You don't want to be jacking up threes for the sake of jacking up threes. But if you have open threes, take them. Don't pass them up unless you have some wide open room to the paint. Obviously,
Yeah.
this is a league now where obviously 3 is greater than 2, but also as well, if it's open, you take the shot. I think that's the simplicity of it. I think a decent chunk of the Knicks shots when they, I should say, so far this season when they've missed from 3 has been open shots. But also as well, I mentioned this to a buddy of mine. I think last year, because this was early on in yesterday's game, we were talking about this, or I should say, I was talking to the person, and they were like, there's so many threes that the Knicks are missing right now. And I said, if you think about it, and I'm not making an excuse, I'm just an observation. I'm trying to muster up a reason. Last year, you had to work for your threes, where it was much more grinded out effort. You had to work for those tough 3-pointers. Now it's a system that allows more 3-pointers through movement. You have more than one guy moving at a time. It makes the defense collapse. It does a lot of different things. It makes the defense react. So at the end of the day, maybe these guys are like kind of shocked that, wow, I'm open for 3 instead of having to just play off an ISO. I mean, that's just an observation.
Well, no, we know
Try-
for a fact that the system works.
uh-huh.
It works. Like you saw how it worked in Sacramento. Sacramento suddenly became one of the best offenses in the entire NBA,
Yeah.
and that in its first year. And in fact, it was like one of the higher percentages of an offense in many a year that Sacramento team. He really made it work. It came, he comes from the Golden State School, working under Steve Kerr, so you know that it works. It works. The system works. You got to trust the system. Definitely works offensively. But what I need to see is defensively, because defense
At
wins
least
championships. And so far, our defense doesn't just look bad; it looks freaking horrible.
Bub Carrington off the top of the key. They hand it to Sarr. Sarr, a couple of fakes. Sarr, a couple of jab steps, gives back to Kaishan George, drives down the lane, inside kicks to the corner. 3-pointers up. 3-pointer is no good. Rebound, Karl Anthony Towns. McBride has it in the half court, gives to Towns. Towns looking for a handoff. Towns drives down the lane, inside kicks to Clarkson. Clarkson looks, drives down the lane. Floater's up. Floater's good.
Nice. It's better.
See, that's not a 3 he had to take. He did the nice ball fake there.
Yep.
Carrington,
got a better shot.
Sarr drives down the lane on Towns. Sarr looks, trying to pass out. Good defense from Towns. Good ball denial, too.
Nice job, Towns. Beautiful.
And traveling is called on Sarr.
Why can't we see more of this from Towns?
That is why he's so frustrating to watch.
Yes,
he's so frustrating.
He's so
I want to like him. He provides every 3-point advantage, all the offensive advantages. He could pass. He could dunk. He could do whatever. If he plays fundamental defense, I'm not saying he has to be perfect. Fundamental, he's going to earn more. I mean, not going to say earn more minutes out there as Clarkson bounced the pass off the player's leg. Clarkson now being taken up by Kispert. About 8 to shoot. Clarkson in an ISO drives down the lane inside and just gave it right to Alex Sarr.
If you did like this every single game defensively, you could win with it.
Yeah.
You could. Like you could win a championship.
Bridges, corner 3, ties the game.
There you go.
Spray 3. I'm gonna call that now. Every time something like that happens, it's gonna be spray 3.
Yeah.
Sarr hands off to Cam Whitmore. Whitmore hands to Sarr. Sarr at the top of the key pulls for 3. Shot is no good. Tip out. Rebound McCollum. McCollum looking for a man. Kicks out George to Sarr. Sarr is fouled.
Oh, dude, there's a football tackle.
He hit him off. I mean, I'm sure Deuce wasn't meaning no malice, but that was hard. That was hard.
Well,
I hope that's not
Deuce did play defense for the NFL back in the NFL in college football. So
question is, Donald, I have to pertain this to you because obviously does he play better defense than the Giants secondary?
Yes, I was actually thinking. You know what? He's better than Kobe Black. I think he should be the Giants starting corner as well as the Knicks backup guard.
He is 6'2" or 6 foot, so it's tolerable. He's got good man to man. He's physical in coverage, so they're going to review this, by the way, for flagrant. But yeah, all applies. All applies.
Did he play college corner? I'm going
to look that up for you.
I think he was playing defense. Might have been a receiver, but I'm pretty sure.
Let's see. In high school, he played basketball and football as a quarterback. So he did play football in high school.
Right, he was quarterback. I thought he was.
In college, it doesn't say
for secondary, but he's got a little bit of something about him. He's physical.
Yeah, that's never been denied. But suffered a season-ending left foot injury during a football game as a junior. I think that made him to commit to basketball full time. But
smart call. Heck of a tackle, though. Shit. Do you want to play for the Giants?
Yeah, I think Deuce McBride would play. He would play on his current contract because he's earning what, $4 million in the AAV.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure he beats Deonte Banks out.
Dude, you could beat Deonte Banks out.
Everybody else is making business decisions.
It's disgraceful.
So they have assigned Miles McBride with a flagrant 1.
That's the right call. This is a super duper flagrant.
Yeah. Listen, I like the again. That's the. I don't know if the Knicks were in drop there. I think they were. That's the type of breakdowns that you see. Whoever's fucking coaching, Tibbs, Mike Brown, Brendan O'Connor, the defensive coordinator, please stop with. Here's another thing. To piggyback off of that, why not go zone? Throw in a zone. Completely just shock the opponent. Go zone.
I agree. I hate drop coverage. Whenever we're in drop, bad things happen.
There's so many more ways you can defend a screen. You could ice, you could hedge, you could switch the ball screen. Those are about 3. Or you could double. But obviously, it would force the defense into rotation. So there's 3 ways. There are 3 better ways you can defend a ball screen. But regardless, Sarr makes the 2 free throws off of the technical. So Keyshawn George will look to inbound. He finds Corey Kispert. Kispert defended by Clarkson. Hands off to McCollum. McCollum, the veteran shooting guard, drives down the lane. Nixon drop again, looks, kicks out to Kispert. Kispert sidesteps, drives down the lane. Tough shot this time, gets it to go.
Good Lord.
Deuce McBride will bring the ball up. He hands off to Josh Hart. Hart down the lane. Hart inside. Gets it to go.
There you
Beat
go.
Keyshawn George off the dribble.
This second quarter has been so much better from the Knicks. Offensively, anyway.
Using the physicality Josh Hart was.
Yeah, you know what? The Knicks have been more physical in the second quarter. Deuce and Hart.
Bridges.
Let's go. Hart. Push.
McBride to Clarkson. Clarkson jab steps, drives down the lane. Clarkson, couple of fakes inside, ties the game at 38.
Let's go.
Now, this is the second unit performance we've been looking for, or at least trying to look for. George hands to Kispert. Kispert defended by Clarkson, drives down the lane. Inside, layup is good.
Well, we're letting Kispert cook us. We're getting cooked by Kispert.
That was on Clarkson. I'll tell you why. Towns 3, shot short, rebounded by Cam Whitmore.
I do like Kisper though. I mean,
Yeah, of
I
course.
think he's a very serviceable player, and if the Knicks had him off the bench, I'd be happy because I think he's a serviceable wing. But
Oh yeah,
he's
for sure.
not someone that you should be allowing to cook you. To be honest, like
Towns
he's
in the
not really
post,
at his
backing down
career.
Sar, backing him down, backing him down. Towns hurt, throws it down. Wow. Donald, the meme, absolute
Absolute
cinema.
cinema.
Donald, what was that question you asked before? Why can't he play like this all the time, especially in the post?
Damn, he's playing mad, and I like it.
It's like he's trying to tell all those Knicks Twitter critics, including myself, fuck off. I could play. Nobody denies he could. First of all, nobody denies he could play. The dude could ball. He's an all-star.
Yeah, right.
It's just when he,
Dude, that was a grown man dunk right there, bro. That was a grown man dunk. That
as
was
as Mike
sick.
as Mike Breen would say, with authority.
With authority. That was grown man shit right there, bro. He backed him down, and then just
You got him so deep in the post. He's like, all right.
ate him alive, bro. Fuck. He ate him like a steak sandwich.
I'm gonna get the measurables on Sar. I have them in front of me. Sar is 7 foot and 205 pounds. 205 for a center. A
7
center.
foot. He made him look like he was about 5'8". Damn, that is a grown man right there. I want to see more of it. See,
to quote the great Iron Eagle, that's a man's jam.
my man's jam. Oh shit, that shit was nasty.
With absolute authority.
That might actually be my favorite play of the season so far. Like that was just like, fuck.
Again, I'm gonna restate the question. Why can't Towns play like this all the time?
Yeah.
And he's playing good as a hub as well in terms of the passing. You pointed out, Donald.
Oh yeah, like he's actually starting to like, because one of the keys to the offense is to be used kind of like a Sabonis, where I know he's not a playmaker like Sabonis, but he can pass. He can pass. And you're seeing it here. He can pass.
Donald, I don't know if you saw them today. How do you like the new Knicks City edition jerseys?
It just looks exactly the same as the room jersey.
You think so?
Yeah, isn't it just white?
No, it's supposed to be a replica of what the 90s and like 2000. I'll probably share the screen when I can pull them up. But they're not exactly the same. In color, yes, but in style, no. They're trying to. It's kind of like a 90s twist from those days when the Knicks, obviously, not exactly the same uniform.
No, I mean, I like the color scheme. I don't know. I would, you know what I would have wanted? I wanted to bring the black back. I think.
Yes, I absolutely agree. Hart with the deflection gets it back to McCollum. McCollum on the drive inside, kicks back to George, back out to Carrington. Carrington to Bagley. Marvin Bagley in and out, rebound Towns.
Yeah, I was hoping one of our jerseys would be black with the same.
And Towns has to be taken out for some reason. I think he said he's calling for his. Don't know what's going on with Towns. Yabusele's coming in. Towns. I think he's got a cut on his finger. I think that's
all right. Yeah, but
he's like, get in. He's like, get in there. Please. Get in there.
Yeah, but Sam's like, please, bro, I don't know. Please, don't put me out there.
He's like, get in there. Get in there. Bilal Coulibaly, the, I believe, third-year man, is checking in for the Wizards. Corey Kispert checks out. I liked Kispert during the draft process. I know you remarked, Donald, that you liked him. I
Oh
liked
yeah,
him during
yeah,
the draft
definitely, bro. I
process.
liked him a lot.
Jalen Brunson will bring up the floor. They're going to go mostly 5 out here with Yabusele. Hold your breath.
He would definitely work in the Mike Brown system, bro, because he's a sharp shooter.
Yes, Brunson, double team. Now single coverage with, that is believe, Trey Johnson. Now handoff again. Brunson on a step, nearly stolen by George. Brunson still gets it off. Shots no good. Rebound George.
Good Lord, that was great defense.
McCollum down the lane. Inside, no good. Bagley, and an offensive foul on Marvin Bagley. It was a push off from behind. I was about to say.
How Bagley got the bag, I will never know. You're speechless.
Speechless. How do you take Marvin Bagley over Luca Doncic? But that's a lot.
Was he first overall or second?
I gotta check. Yabusele drives down the lane, pivots to Anunoby. Anunoby, a couple of fakes. I don't know what the hell that was. That's a turnover, regardless. Koulibaly.
Is OG okay? What's OG doing in this game?
Bagley trying to post up, swing passes a couple. McCollum pulls, fakes, back to George. They switch the screen. Carrington, 7 to shoot. They run some ball screen. Switch the screen. Now they play drop. Now switch up. Carrington pulls. No good. Rebound OG. That was some good defense by Clarkson in the post on Bagley. I get it.
Nice job. Active.
Hart hands to Brunson off the handoff. Brunson pulls to Clarkson. Clarkson drives. Now pivots back to Brunson. Brunson drives, sidesteps inside. Shot's no good, but a foul.
Damn. He should be finishing that shit.
That is a foul on Bub Carrington. So from Ian Begley, Towns took himself out of the game with an apparent hand injury. Towns is now ready to check in, so minor.
Good get Yabusele, please, off the fucking court.
Brian Keefe, I believe, the second-year head coach for the Washington Wizards. Brunson at the line for 2. His first free throw is up and good. Keefe was actually an assistant under the Knicks. It was with Derek Fisher and Kurt Rambis. Not exactly the most prized coaches you want to be under. And I think also at halftime it could be a matter of discussion. Phil Jackson releasing a book and obliterating Carmelo Anthony, which Carmelo Anthony responded.
Did he?
Yes, we're gonna watch that. We're gonna watch that.
Oh, good. I can't wait. So Brian Keefe's resume is 2 of the worst Knicks coaches in the history of their organization.
Yes. Carrington hands off to Bagley at the top of the key. Hands to McCollum. McCollum goes left, defended by Yabusele. Pulls back, 3-pointers up, no good. Rebound tipped, taken by Hart. Here come the Knicks in transition. Hart's looking to push. Hart looks, finds Clarkson, 3-pointer, is fouled. So he will be
vicious foul too.
So Clarkson will not get 1, not 2, but 3 free throws. Also, Donald, you want to talk about bad head coaches? He was also serving as an assistant under Luke Walton.
God! Now I know that the Wizards are trying not to win. Now I know the Wizards are tanking. If that's your guy,
Clarkson's first is good. So his resume is he was a South Florida assistant from 2000 to 2001, 4 years as an assistant at Bryant. I don't know where that is. Several years as an assistant under Scott Brooks with the Oklahoma City Thunder as Clarkson knocks down the second. Then it was the Kurt Rambis, Derek Fisher year. Then from 2016 to 2019, it was under Luke Walton. Then it was with the Nets, partially under Steve Nash. Then it was with the Wizards as an assistant. Then they just hired him because.
Because they're tanking. That's why. What kind of coaching tree is that? Holy shit.
Koulibaly hands off.
Five-headed monster of the worst coaches in the history of the NBA.
Good defense by Hart.
Steve Nash. Rambis. I fucking hated Kurt Rambis.
And it's not like he was a good coach in Minnesota either. Hart with the rebound, has to push, finds Anunoby. Anunoby spins, kicks. Clarkson, corner three. Splash!
There you go.
Jordan
Did
Clarkson from
Rambis
downtown.
coach the Minnesota to a 13-win season?
Yeah, that was with Kevin Love,
Yeah.
with very much young Kevin Love. Inside, and a foul is called on Guerschon Yabusele. All right, folks, it's time to put Towns back in the game. It was fun. It was fun.
Yeah, this is fun. It's a fun experiment. Really enjoyed it.
Time to put Yabusele out and Towns back in, hopefully, as Bilal Koulibaly is going to be shooting at the line for two.
I do really appreciate that we get somebody from the stands to play 5-6 minutes at the big, at the floor, but I would really love for him to please leave the court and go back to concession stand.
Alex Sarr is going to come in, as well as Kaishan George. Excuse me, Bub Carrington checks out.
That dude has been experiencing the food at MSG far too much. We can testify.
You are not wrong.
It's really fucking tasty, but I think he's enjoying it too much.
He must have had that he must have had the brisket and the pulled pork sandwich on the lower level that I usually get.
Oh yeah, that pulled pork, baby.
Brunson gets the rebound off the miss. Actually, was hard. Brunson feeds. Anunoby actually throws it down. He dribbled before he put up one dribble, but dunked it regardless. Knicks up 9, by the way. Clarkson. Actually, McCollum defended by Clarkson. Now hands to his man, Trey Johnson.
What?
Now back out to McCollum. McCollum to Sarr. Sarr down the lane. Inside. Shot is good.
Dude, we need to give credit to Brunson for that pass. That
was special.
Beautiful.
Don't know why there's up. Here comes Karl Anthony Towns. Yay!
Right.
Yabusele checks out.
All right, bro. You get that pulled pork.
Brunson looking inbound. He's going to get it to Josh Hart. Hart spins off, looks for a handoff. Hart gives to Clarkson. Clarkson with a Towns screen to the right, now to the left. Clarkson trying to pull off the dribble. Clarkson in trouble. Hands to Anunoby. Passes bobble to Towns. Towns against Sarr. Towns turns, fires, fades, misses. Rebound George. Damn. George on the drive. George retreats his dribble. Gives to Sarr.
George.
He's a bright young player. Inside goes George, and the shot goes.
God, that's a tough finish, man. Over OG?
Yes.
That is not an easy job. Good job. I was impressed.
Brunson spins off the dribble, and offensive foul on Brunson.
Damn, Brunson's not having a good game today.
If Brunson had, and I'm not, shitting on him. If Brunson had just a pinch of a second where he didn't push off, Towns was open for that pick and pop three.
Right.
Because Sarr was dropping in coverage, where they were trying to ice him.
Like, Koulibaly's defended him very well.
Yeah, he's a very good defender. He's a bright young defender. Koulibaly knocks down the three. Hart should have been playing up on the screen there.
Oh, my God. Just when I thought that we were establishing a bit of a lead here, now it's fucking one-score game again.
Towns hands to Bridges. Bridges down the lane. Bridges inside. Layup is no good. No foul call either. Mike Brown pleading. George. Alley-oop to Sarr. Sarr catches it. Kicks out to Koulibaly for three. Shot is good.
Wow,
and the foul.
I'm impressed by this kid. This is the first time I've watched him. I like him, man.
Josh Hart mouthing off to the officials.
What's Koulibaly's story, brother?
He's a French guy. He was, I believe, drafted in 23 or 24. Prospect out of France. Very lengthy. I didn't cover him a whole lot, but upside is a cutter, and he's done that very well. Now he's improving his shooting. I'll look at his percentages closer to halftime. But Brunson has it off the free throw make. Brunson pulls, misses. Rebounded by Sarr.
The Wizards are on an 11-0 run in the last minute and 20 seconds.
McCollum getting across a cross screen. Kaishan George for three. No good. Rebound, Sarr. He throws it down.
Jesus Christ! Where's the boxing out?
Brunson feeds. Anunoby, three. It's good. OG Anunoby from downtown. It's a 1-point game.
We're almost assuredly going to be down at the half.
About a second or two differential between shot clock and game clock. Driving is George. He spins. Shot is altered. Final seconds. Josh Hart's going to look to get it up. Hart looks. Final seconds. Towns fakes. Three. Puts it in.
Oh, no way! Oh!
And one. From beyond the arc. Towns, before the half, will shoot for the very unconventional 4-point play.
Oh, my Lord. Absolute cinema.
All right. Absolute cinema. They're going to review it in case I don't know if the Wizards are going to be challenging this to think that Towns pushed off, either kicked out his leg or possibility of a flagrant. So they are reviewing this regardless. I don't think it's a coach's challenge. But also, to keep in mind, recently it was implemented that the referees are going to be wearing earpieces. So they will be connected with the people in New York.
Wow, bro.
He kind of looked like he was in his landing area.
Where is that Karl Anthony Towns apology form, bro? Because I better sign it.
Towns basically had nowhere to go.
No, yeah, like he definitely. Here we go.
Let's see. So they put 0.4 seconds back on the game clock.
Does it get a free throw?
It doesn't look as though they've overturned the call. So it looks like, Towns is going to the line. He's going to complete the very unconventional 4-point play.
Good.
Towns, 15 points and 9 first-half double-doubles this season.
15 points, 6 of 13, 10 boards. What a half.
Towns knocks down the free throw. Final seconds. George puts it up. It's no good. Knicks are up at the half, 57-54, on a collectively great half from Karl Anthony Towns.
It's the Towns show, man.
Karl Anthony Towns.
Oh, baby. That was majestic, my friend.
Absolute cinema.
Absolute cinema.
So,
what a half from Towns.
Absolutely. So real quick, I want to go into the halftime stats. We'll break it all down, and then we'll get into this Phil Jackson, Carmelo Anthony controversy. So let's get into the halftime stats. Let me get into the scoreboard. I'm curious to see what the plus minuses look like as well. Let's get into team stats real quick. The Knicks not shooting great. 43% from the field, but 36% from downtown on 22 attempts. 7 of 8 from the line. I should say both teams are nearly even on the rebounds. 23 rebounds for the Knicks. 8 offensive boards for the Knicks. 5 steals. Both teams even at 15 assists apiece. 10 turnovers for the Wizards. Knicks 7. Points in the paint, 28-28-4 in favor of the Wizards. Largest lead for the Wizards with 10, Knicks 9. Wizards have 3 more fouls than the Knicks. Also, fast break points, the Knicks also lead the way. If you want to go into individual stats, we'll do that. Wizards, their leading scorer is, and they actually kind of detailed a little bit more with the percentages and stuff. So we're going to have points right here. Bilal Coulibaly, 15 points as a member of the starting lineup. Alex Sarr with 13 despite getting dunked on. Corey Kispert, 4 points. I'm sorry, 7 points off the bench. Marvin Bagley, 4, and Trey Johnson, 4 as well. The Wizards having an 11-man rotation. For the Knicks, Lone Star has been Karl Anthony Towns. OG does have 11 points, but he's had some interesting moments in this game. Not great. Mikal Bridges only 5 points. Brunson 9 points on 3 of 10, which is not good. Jordan Clarkson 10 points as a member of the bench. Very much a good game, especially coming after yesterday's performance. Building off that, Miles McBride 3 points, Josh Hart 2 points, but he's done a lot more with his 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and his +3 on the court.
Yeah, he's been good. Duke's been active. How bad has Landry Shamet been? Is he -7?
Yes, he's played 10 minutes, so he hasn't, Jordan Clarkson's got more minutes. Josh Hart's played more minutes. And if you notice, you really didn't see much of Landry Shamet as a factor. He only took 1 shot. Defense it's there. He does solid. But you're seeing that when the Knicks went on those runs, it was Hart, it was Clarkson, and Mike Brown continued to press the issue and say, you know what, these guys are getting hot. Clarkson, Josh Hart, you're getting a little more minutes than usual. So good adjustment. And Yabusele 8 minutes. Partially that was in part because of Karl Anthony Towns missing some of that with a hand injury. Obviously came back and has played better. But let's dig into this Carmelo Anthony versus Phil Jackson thing. Because Phil Jackson, I believe, is releasing a book sometime soon. I can't access the post in which he had that one-on-one interview. I don't remember who it was with specifically. But that was Post Plus, so I can't access that. But he essentially blamed Carmelo Anthony for his failed Knicks tenure. Donald, how do you feel? Tell us.
He's a prick. Phil Jackson he's the worst executive of our lifetime. He was a saboteur. At the time, he was an absolute saboteur. He slept through Donovan Mitchell's workout and selected Frank Ntilikina to play his outdated system that no one wanted to coach. Then he started hiring ridiculous coaches like Fisher, who is hot on the heels of sleeping with other people's wives. And then including Matt Barnes' wife, and got a punch in the face for it, which caused him to miss the first game of the season because his face was mangled. And he's then of course he hired Hornacek, who was the opposite of the triangle system. So then Phil Jackson during practice would come off the sidelines and then start installing or trying to coach the triangle while Hornacek's trying to coach a more open Mike Brown system, for instance.
Right.
So then you had Derrick Rose, who had no idea what system they're supposed to run or what's going on.
Exactly.
And it was all caused by Phil Jackson. Then he also made a ridiculous trade where he traded Tyson Chandler for Samuel D'Alembert.
And I think Calderon too.
Jose Calderon, that was a great trade. It was when and then he signed Lamar Odom, who was on crack.
Yes, as Stephen A. infamously put.
Yep, and then he also signed Joaquim Noah, who is away in the Brazilian rainforest, high as a kite.
And was injured to hell, and I think also got
suspended. Complete trash. Then he signed Lou Amendmilk, who so happened to be one of the worst players I've ever seen, ever suit up in the NBA.
Don't forget about Knicks legend Lexi Chavez.
Lexi Chavez is a good one. And apparently that core was supposed to make Carmelo Anthony a winner. Apparently that core of Lou Amendmilk and Joaquim Noah and Lamar Odom on crack and Samuel D'Alembert and
supposed to have set up Carmelo Anthony for success.
And the French Prince of fucking nowhere. Apparently he was supposed to be the guy that's going to unlock Carmelo Anthony. Yes, he did draft Kristaps Porzingis, But Porzingis fucking hated Phil Jackson.
But then did he want to trade him?
For what he did to Carmelo Anthony. That's why he didn't show up at the meetings after the season, because he knew that he was sabotaging Carmelo Anthony. He respected Carmelo. How could he not? He's a fucking Hall of Famer. So yeah, he and then Phil Jackson, butt got hurt, tried to trade him, and then Phil Jackson just started sending stupid tweets, like attacking like LeBron James and basically anybody in the NBA that you could possibly insult. He insulted, and ensured that no player wanted to sign for the Knicks. And thanks, Phil Jackson. You are a bastard. You are a bastard.
Question is he a worse war criminal than Dave Gettleman?
Oh, yeah, man, because Dave Gettleman did actually bring in talent to the building. Phil Jackson took talent out of the building and made it worse. So I will never forgive Phil Jackson. Yeah, might be one of the greatest coaches of all time, but he is the worst executive of all time.
And just a quick note before we actually get into the Carmelo Anthony video clip, which is about 3 minutes long. Phil Jackson, again, I mentioned he's writing a book called Masters of the Game. He described in his interview with whoever that the relationship with the Knicks, with the then Knicks star Carmelo Anthony, was kind of busted. Said that if Anthony was going to be here, it's probably best that I go, in terms of what Phil Jackson said. Jackson also recalled a meeting which he had with James Dolan about how to pitch Carmelo Anthony on a trade. I had this meeting with Dolan. I said, I don't want Carmelo back on the team. We've got to find a way to trade him. I said, let's sit with, coincidentally, Leon Rose and explain we're not going to win a championship. Carmelo wants a championship. He wants to be on a team that has a chance, and he should be. He's a Hall of Famer. So that sounds like a bunch of deflection, in my personal opinion. With the same criticism, Jackson did say he felt Anthony could fit the system the way Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant did when he coached him with the triangle offense. It's a perfect spot to him be isolated, position on the weak side because it's an overload offense, blah, 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 bullshit.
Yeah, nobody uses that system.
It's a bunch of nonsense. So you know what? Without further ado,
dude, there's only two people that ever run the fucking triangle: Phil Jackson and his ass buddy Kurt Rambis. And how did Kurt Rambis do in Minnesota with that ass system?
Trash. And when Kurt Rambis was in Minnesota, if I'm not mistaken, he wasn't the GM. I think Kevin McHale was. They passed over Steph Curry not once but twice. They drafted Ricky Rubio and Johnny Flynn back to back.
Exactly, just like Phil Jackson slept through Donovan Mitchell.
So this is Carmelo Anthony on 7 p.m. in Brooklyn, his podcast.
Phil Jackson put a book out. I think he said something along the lines of like his tenure didn't go well was because of you.
I'm sick of these folks, man.
Wow, that was a strange.
Phil is bugged out, man. Like, come on, bro. Like, what are we doing here? As a man, if I was that much of a hindrance to you, why didn't you have a conversation with me when I was there? Instead of bringing me in the office, showing me Michael Jordan clips of the triangle and telling me what not to do in the triangle because he did it wrong. This that he told me. Instead of doing that, let's just have a real man conversation. Melo, listen, I want to go in a different direction. We had a poorly structured teams, rosters those years. And you was at the helm of that. Nobody told you who to go get. You had this vision of wanting to play in a certain type of system, which is the triangle, which I love the triangle offense. At the time, it didn't fit the style of the NBA. We was a laughing stock of the NBA for being in the triangle. And I had to fight that. And I had to take those bullets. Not you, Phil Jackson. While I'm taking those bullets, you are in the stands tweeting, talking about Melo breaking the triangle.
That was crazy.
You get what I'm saying? Like, this is the that I had to do.
Yeah.
I never spoke on him. I never spoke about him. I had probably 3 conversations with the band in his whole tenure.
Really?
We didn't have a relationship. So if I was that much of a hindrance to you, should have came to me and said it instead of telling me to bear with you. Rock with me. Stay with me. I got you. Bear with me. We're going to fix this. We're going to do. Okay, cool. I don't want that job. I don't want anything. Just tell me who I'm playing with. Tell me who's on the court with me, and that's it.
And I remember the convo we had when Kobe told you, like, yo, like, stop letting them kick your back in like that. Like Kobe's telling you that.
Because he understood what was going on. You cannot put certain personnel in the triangle and just tell them to go figure the triangle out. You cannot do that. You need certain guards. You need a certain big man. You need certain wings. Somebody who can slice in there and get to the block and create plays off the triangle, weak side, blind pigs. Like, this is what I was trying to do. But you can't put Derrick Rose in the triangle. That's just not what his game is. Jose Calderon you could put in the triangle, and it was a fight. I fought for the team. I fought for everybody on my team. Everybody. No teammate can tell you I've never fought for him. Yo, let's just give it a try. Come on, this shit. We don't want to run this shit anyway, but let's buy in and win 30 games. Like, it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I'm the bad guy.
That's crazy. He's still trying to sell books off that.
Come on, man.
That's actually
man.
that's
like, I
wild.
done sat in your office with you know, with candles lit. And we done had real Zen conversations. You know, we had Zen moments. Like, now you want to talk some dumb. Sit down, man. You know what happened? You should have came out there and coached. Instead of sitting your ass up there in the stand, come down here and coach. You want to coach the triangle, you want to teach the triangle, come down here and coach and see what you can do. But you know what? The team wasn't good enough for you to come down from upstairs to come down in and coach. Because you don't coach bullshit teams.
Yes. I fucking love Carmelo.
To win 30 games a year.
If you're lucky, that was a good year if we won 30 games. We were winning like 10 for the most part under Phil Jackson.
I don't know. You know what I was going to say? Here's what I was going to say. About a couple of years ago, when I was writing for this one publication, and I'm still friends with this person. I don't know how well he'll defend this person now. He was actually kind of defending Phil Jackson.
Please tell me his name, and I will destroy him.
His name is Jordan. He's a friend. Again, he's a Knicks fan. He's a friend of mine. I'm like,
well, I'm going to destroy him. Like, how old is this Jordan?
He's got to be in his 30s.
All right, so he actually was there.
Either early 30s or late 20s, and I don't want to be. He's my friend. You know,
I know, but I can.
You have the right to. It's objective.
Possibly tell me that Phil Jackson was good at his job. He destroyed the Knicks. Destroyed them. It took him until Leon Rose had to recover the bullshit that Phil Jackson and then Mills just did to the New York Knicks. They eviscerated the Knicks. It was a burnt landscape of bullshit. And then thank God for Leon Rose. So
well, I was saying in that whole debate, because it wasn't just me on my side, it was like two other people, and we were like, bro, the triangle does not work in today's NBA. It does not work. He's like, well, they ran it with Kobe, and, you know, he got a couple championships out of him. Like, that was how many years ago?
Yes, the NBA changed. Just listen to Carmelo Anthony. He said nobody in the league wanted to play it. Nobody wanted to use it. It's an albatross system. It worked for its era, but basketball's changed. This is a positionless game. It's finesse now. It's about shooting threes. And sorry, an ISO half court, very deliberate, slow freaking system ain't gonna cut it.
And he wasn't even the guy who invented the system. It was Tex Winter.
There you go.
It was his mentor.
I love that Phil Jackson calling himself the master. You're not a fucking master, bro.
You're a master of nothing.
You inherited teams that had Shaq and Kobe, bro, and Michael fucking Jordan. Jesus Christ.
Brunson gives to Anunoby. He was fouled by Koulibaly. But yeah,
the two greatest players in the history of the NBA, Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. I think he'd win some championships with that.
I would hope so.
Ran over. Good Lord.
And then he
got me pissed off.
And then he got schooled in 2004 by Larry Brown and the Detroit Pistons.
Right.
Towns at the top of the key looking for a man to dish, finds Shamet. Shamet, three-pointers up, three-pointer no good. Rebound taken and deflected out of bounds. That should have been off the Wizards, but it's off the Knicks. It'll be Wizards ball. Chris Middleton is out tonight for the Washington Wizards. Bringing up is C.J. McCollum, the veteran guard. He hands off to Kaishan George. George with a screen from Sarr. Over the screen this time, he pulls to the corner. Wide open C.J. McCollum. Shot's no good. Rebound Landry Shamet. Brunson in the half court. Gives to Towns, back to Brunson. Brunson drives down the lane. Inside off the glass. No good. Tip out by Shamet. Takes it to Towns. Towns drives. Pulls it back. Step back. Fakes. Bridges. Shamet drops it. Back out to Bridges. Back out to Anunoby. Brunson with a limited shot clock. Brunson one-on-one. Drives down the lane inside. Gets it to go. Such a tough shot there. Koulibaly hands to Sarr. Koulibaly down the lane inside. Stolen by Anunoby. Here come the Knicks. They have numbers in transition if they like. Brunson looks. Bridges. Shamet. Back to Bridges. Bridges in the corner, defended by McCollum. Drives down the lane, kicks out. Shamet for three. No good. Rebound taken by Koulibaly. George for three. Shots no good. Rebound Bridges. Bridges. Towns. Drives. Bully ball. Backing him down. Offensive foul.
Oh, damn.
Laid the hardwood shoulder on him.
Still, I like that he's trying to build his way in the paint. He's got the size advantage.
Absolutely. And there's times where I personally think there's times where Towns goes with the right amount of aggression, where he puts too much aggression, or where he doesn't put enough aggression. Regardless. Bridges with a nice deflection. Brunson, head to Anunoby. Bridges, not tip it. Had too high of a pass from OG.
Oh, come on. That's pathetic. Come on. We got to finish that.
Should have been an offensive foul in the paint. McCollum, no good. Rebound Towns.
That has to be an offensive foul. Like, what are we doing here?
Shamet. Towns fakes. Back to Brunson. Ball screen set to the left. Brunson, Towns, pick and roll. Towns to the basket, puts it in.
Oh! Did I just see a pick and roll?
And one.
They got to see a pick and roll between Towns and Brunson. I've only waited a season for it. Let's go.
What I liked, because there was a similar play like that yesterday where they double Brunson. Towns was coming. He rushed from the top of the key down to the basket. Same thing they did yesterday against the Bulls, and it worked to perfection.
Dude, we never saw that in an entire season with Tom Thibodeau. Put some respect on my man Mike Brown's name.
Towns sinks the free throw.
Put some respect on his name.
I will update the scoreboard promptly. Inside goes George off the bucket. 62-56.
Okay, that was ugly.
Brunson, Towns, back to Brunson. Two-man game. Back to Shamet. Shamet knocks down a corner three. The two-man game. Time out Wizards.
Dude, that's some sexy-ass basketball.
Who said these two couldn't play together?
That is some sexy-ass basketball.
$56-65.
I'm actually really glad that you brought up that era because it actually kind of snapped me out of being a little bit critical of this start because then I just reminded myself of the
like what it was.
Yes.
I get that.
I'm actually like, holy shit. This team is legit. It's one of the best teams in the league as opposed to an absolute fucking bin fire that it was back in the day.
Isaiah Thomas, Stephon Marbury. You don't want to go back to that era.
No.
It's a good thing we live in the present and not the past if you're a Knicks fan. I mean, for certain things you can live in the past, but not the 2010s. No.
It was tough going, bro. It was tough going.
And there was a time where the Knicks used to be worse than the Jets as the worst franchise, worst ownership in New York. Now the Knicks have
not even close. Easily
climbed up.
Easily, bro. It wasn't even close. They're worse than the Mets.
Yeah. And I'll say this, like, I felt it, I think it was after the first Bulls game or the Bucks game, like, the only team that can really piss me off after a loss anymore is the Knicks. Like, actually get me angry. Because, I have expectations for them. The Yankees are the Yankees, It's the same story that's been going on for the past 7
Apathetic.
years. Apathy.
After 8 years, how could you possibly be angry? Because it's the same storyline. The Giants, for me, the Giants, this is the worst era since this. This is actually probably worse than when they were in the 70s. I wasn't around for the 70s, but from all accounts, it was bad. This is the worst. This is disgraceful. 3 straight 2-7s. I mean, I get mad because it's ridiculous, but
yeah,
the Knicks, I've got genuine expectations for.
Absolutely. Ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow's NBC coverage, Magic at Hawks and Sixers versus the Bulls. As we handed
both of those games.
As we handed the Bulls their first loss. Bub Carrington was the only rookie last year to play in all 82 games. Who was the last Knicks rookie to play in all 82 games? I don't even know that one. Out of a timeout, McCollum hands to Sarr. Sarr looking to dish. Hands off to George. George goes left of the screen. Kicks out to Sarr. Knicks rotating. Sarr on the drive. Sarr inside. Shot is up. No good. Put back no good. Put back no good. And ball is... Looks like Shamet touched it out of bounds, so it will be Wizards' ball. About 8:50 to play. Josh Hart looks like he's headed to the scorer's table to check in. And to be fair,
that's a really good trivia question.
Absolutely. You have to dig through the minefield to go through that one.
I don't know. I'm thinking with Tom Thibodeau not giving anybody a rest day, it might be more recent than you thought.
True. Carrington. I'm sorry, that's Koulibaly. Hands off to George. Ball screen set. George, alley-oop to Sarr. The Knicks were in drop once again. Brunson, tough defense there from George. Anunoby looks for a handoff. He finds Hart. Hart to Towns. Towns looks to dish. Towns looking. Towns with a handoff to Shamet. Shamet pulls, fires, misses the three, but he was fouled beyond the arc. As Clyde would say, inexplicable.
Inexplicable.
Shamet will go to the line for the 3-point foul. I believe he is the second Knick tonight to head to the free throw line with the 3-point foul as Shamet knocks down the first. Shamet, being once a part of the roster bubble, has elevated himself to a starter in select games. He knocks down his second free throw. Knicks can go up 10 with a made free throw here from Shamet. He's made his first two. And he's made his third. 10 points. Knicks are up. Koulibaly hands off to George. George looks to hand off to Sarr. Sarr looks, hands off to Koulibaly. Koulibaly at the top of the key. They set a ball screen. Koulibaly alley-oop deflected nearly. Sarr inside shot is good. The Knicks tagged the roller, but Sarr had the size advantage. Brunson hands to Shamet, back to Brunson. Towns comes with a screen. Brunson looks, finds Towns. Towns takes a three. And shot's no good. Rebound Koulibaly. George in transition, hands to Koulibaly. Now to Sarr. Sarr looks to dish. They hand off to George. George, couple of dribbles, hands back to Sarr. Sarr back to George. Shot clock down to 9. Sarr looks into the corner. Three-pointers up, no good. Rebound deflected, and Hart will take the rebound. Here come the Knicks. They have some numbers. Brunson drives inside. Shot is good. They called a foul and one.
All right. Go ahead pretty hard there.
I think he took a shot to the eye. It was from the arm up to the eye. Foul on CJ.
Oh, my
McCollum.
God. Yeah. Could that be a flagrant?
I don't think so. I could be wrong. I don't think so. Because if it was a blatant hit to the head, then you can make the argument. But Brunson, to complete the old-fashioned three-point play.
Yeah, look, he's got. Yeah, you're right, bro. He's got a bruise under his eye.
I did see that. 71-60. Actually, that was on Koulibaly. That's his fourth personal foul. Wizards will have to regroup. George off the wing.
Very physical game on defense.
Knicks try to ice the screen. They hand to Carrington, back to McCollum. Three-pointers up. Three-pointers good. Brunson, Shamit. Shamit with a screen from Towns. Couple of dribbles. Hands to Hart. Hart looking. Gets a ball screen from Towns. Drives down the lane. Kicks out. Anunoby corner three. Puts it in. OG Anunoby from downtown. Sarr drives down the lane. Nearly stripped. Kicks inside. Shot is no good. Putback is good. It looks like I think they called a foul before the shot. So shot will not count. And by the way, with that foul from Koulibaly on Brunson on the end one, the Knicks are now in the bonus.
It's been a very physical third quarter.
It has. First free throw that time is good from Justin Champagny. He was born, I think those Champagny brothers were actually raised in New York, if I'm not mistaken. Champagny was born on Staten Island. This second free throw is good. Brunson hands to Towns. Towns off the wing. A nice hand off to Brunson. Brunson pulls back to Towns. Towns drives down the lane. Towns looking for a handoff. Trying to find a feed. Back out to Brunson. 7 to shoot. Pick and roll action. Brunson drives. Kicks. Hart drives. Inside. Layup is good.
Well done, Hart. Hart's actually had a good game.
He has. Knicks up 11. Sarr at the top of the key. Sarr hands off to McCollum. McCollum in the mid-range. Hands back to Sarr. Sarr, quick handoff action. Hoping to hand off. Looks. Pass is stripped. Taken by Anunoby. And he will throw it down. Timeout, Wizards.
Yep, OG much better than second half.
Donald, are you relaxed yet?
Yep. I feel pretty good where we're at now.
Yeah, no lead is safe, but everything, Donald, I'm not trying to call this into existence, must I add, knock wood. The Knicks have reversed, I'd say the last 3 games, the third quarter of doom. Hopefully I'm right on that.
It's a good point.
Because you thought even the Bulls game that they lost, they were trying to, again, it was, they were playing catch up, to be fair. They came out a little more aggressive. The Bulls game yesterday, they came out more aggressive. Today, second half, they didn't let up, more aggressive. So that's a
I would
trend.
say right now it's the first quarter for the Knicks. Right
yes.
Now. The first quarter, they have been very poor. Game 2 against the Celtics, they were poor. Then they needed the second quarter to have a really big one to save that game. Yesterday, first quarter was poor, but then second half they really got into going. Then obviously in that game where we lost recently to go 2-3 against the Bucks, they needed a good second half to kind of turn it around, but then they lost again. So yeah, right now I would say they're struggling in the first quarter. That means that maybe the lineup is maybe an issue.
So, a quick note: the uniform, as I was remarking on earlier, this is good color scheme, but it does bring me back to obviously bring us all back to the '90s, the similar home uniforms, even early 2000s as well.
I like the sides.
Yes, the match from obviously the shorts, the stripe on the side, and the jersey itself, very nice. But
Very cool.
I do agree with you, Donald. They should bring back the very like dark. Are you talking about like the dark, very very dark blue ones where they have the black thing going down? I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was a couple of years ago. They had like a black City Connect. I thought it was beautiful.
Oh, that might be from like 2020. I think I know where you're coming from. As I had mentioned earlier, Stephen Marbury is at the game.
Susan Beslin.
Ah, yes. I'm gonna see her in about a second.
Fucking you fat piece of shit.
Yes, the great Susie Essman, Susie from Curb Your Enthusiasm, Goated Show. Bobby Bacala, Steve Sharippa in the crowd as well. Regardless, we're back from commercial as Kaishan George drives down the lane. Inside kicks out to McCollum. McCollum off the wing, misses the three. Rebound Clarkson. Brunson feeds Bridges. Bridges, who's had a quiet game, looks to find Brunson. Brunson, 1-on-1 versus McCollum. Couple of dribbles. Brunson, back to Bridges. Bridges for three. Splash! He knocks down the three-pointer. Offensive foul on the Wizards. Josh Hart, a little slow to get up. But he shrugged his shoulders like, I'm fine.
Nice.
Brunson will bring it up the floor. Brunson drives down the lane, and he hits the mid-range jumper. So smooth. Knicks up 18, their largest lead of the game. Johnson goes left of the screen. Nixon drop. Johnson's floater is no good. Rebound by Yabusele. Hart loses it, still keeps it in bounds. Back to Yabusele. Yabusele at the top, defended by Bagley. Now hands to Bridges. Bridges with the screen. Bridges looks, nearly loses it back to Yabusele. Quick handoff action again. Bridges down the lane, inside, kicks to Clarkson. Clarkson, floater's up. Floater is good. Another good game from Jordan Clarkson.
Back-to-back good games.
Timpani to Marvin Bagley. Bagley looking for a handoff. The top of the key, now to the wing. Gives back to Trey Johnson, the rookie. He misses the three. Rebound, Josh Hart. Here comes Jalen Brunson in transition. Brunson goes right. Brunson looks on the drive. Looks back out to Hart. Hart for three. Splash! He puts it in.
There he goes. I was waiting for the splash.
Knicks up 23. 14-0 run in the last 2 minutes. George looks.
I was waiting for splash.
Champagny for three. In and out. Rebound Brunson. Brunson sidesteps Yabusele. Hands back to Brunson. Ball screen to the right. Brunson, nice pass to Yabusele inside. Kicks out Hart. Back to Clarkson for three. Splash!
Now we're getting it.
26-point lead. Folks, that is ball movement and open three-point shots on display.
Dude, this third quarter is just like perfection.
It's no longer hopefully for future reference, it's no longer the third quarter of doom. Got to name it something else now, because now we're just hitting fire.
Absolute fire. Third quarter of fire, bro.
65-91.
We were only up 3 at the half. This third quarter's been absolutely absurd.
Yeah, it's been completely one-sided. In total, Donald, the Knicks have outscored the Wizards by 23 and a half. 23 and a half. 34-11 in the quarter.
34-11. Yeah, we're easily going to get a 40-point quarter.
And you're right. There's about 3 minutes and 20 seconds to play. So somebody said, Bryce Gelman on Twitter, another third quarter of boom.
Third quarter of boom! Oh, shit.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that wins. That definitely wins.
Knicks on a 17-0 run in the last close to 3 minutes. Carrington looks, trying to find the man. Screen set by Bagley. Looks. Kispert loses that ball out of bounds. Knicks basketball.
I'd just go all out for the last 3 minutes here and then just play the bench in the fourth quarter.
You have a very important game Wednesday versus the Timberwolves. I see your thought process. Brunson hands to Yabusele. Yabusele looking for a man. Hands to Brunson. Brunson, couple of dribbles, hands to Yabusele. Pick and pop. Three-pointer. Not good. Rebounded by Johnson. Nice pass to Whitmore. He loses it. Ball still up in the air. Puts it up. Shot is no good. Rebound Bagley. Bagley inside. He's fouled by Yabusele. And he's doing the hands up as if he didn't foul him. But Marvin Bagley will shoot 2 at the line.
I would like to see that again. I'm not convinced.
Yeah, I'm not convinced either. As much as I really can't say that he's had a great game, I don't think Bagley was fouled. I think he put up a stupid shot. That's what I think.
I don't think he was fouled either. I just thought Bagley was awful under the basket. Kith night.
65% free throw shooter last season.
What's Kith, bro? Kith night. What's Kith?
Kith, I believe it's like, I'm not sure if it's a clothing brand or a style of clothing. I have to double check. But Bagley, to your point, Donald, was taken second overall.
That's the worst draft pick ever. Well, certainly top 5 worst draft picks in the history of the NBA.
Probably top 2 in the 2010s. Brunson gets a ball screen from Yabusele. Brunson stops his dribble. Actually keeps it going. Drives left. Hand out to Hart. Hart. Splash! Josh Hart is nailing his 3-pointers.
Now you're getting some splash practice.
Whitmore. Hands to Carrington. Back to Kispert. Kispert sidesteps. Drives down the lane. Kicks out. 3-pointer. It's good.
Plenty of splash practice going on here, bro.
Bridges with the save. Brunson drives down the lane. Couple of fakes. Looks back to Hart. Can he do it again? Drives down the lane. Inside, beautiful pass to Yabusele, but they call an offensive foul. That's on Josh Hart. I believe Bagley drew the charge that time.
Bagley, you're a bitch, bro.
Soft. A big man taking a charge. You know, in fairness, I think it was, I'll bring it up in like a sec. Wally Zerbiak brought up, how can a player control himself trying to get himself down in the air and then you just take a flop like that?
Yeah.
Kispert knocks down the corner 3. Because,
Damn,
I get it.
I like Kispert, bro. He's a smart sharpshooter. I'd maybe look to acquire him.
If the Knicks have the assets, absolutely. Brunson looks. One-on-one isolation ball. Brunson backing him down. They're helping off the corner. Brunson, regardless, beats him but cannot finish the layup. Rebound Carrington. Here comes Carrington. Alley-oop, Bato, Cam Whitmore, the Villanova product. Hand off to Josh Hart at the top to keep at a minute 12 to play. Yabusele the screen. Bridges drives. Bridges kicks out to Clarkson. Clarkson on the drive. Back out to Hart. Hart drives down the lane. Inside. Shot is good.
Oh, my God.
Carrington across half court. Right of the screen. Drives down the lane. Pivots. Kicks out to the corner. Kispert. Another 3 from Corey Kispert. I'm going to look up his contract numbers at the end of the quarter. I'll tell you what they are. Brunson defended by Kispert. tight defense near the Madison Square Garden logo. Brunson just keeps it in the half court, drives on him, pulls, jumper, in and out. Rebound Bagley.
Nice.
Whitmore kicks, deflected, stolen. Bridges behind the back dribble, looks, trying to feed. Bridges gets the layup to go. Off the 1 foot. The Knicks are up 20, 98-78. Shot clock turned off. Carrington defended by Bridges. Hands. Johnson drives, pulls back, high fakes. Back to Bagley. He did not get the shot off, not even close. 98-78 at the end of 3 quarters.
41-point quarter?
Let me just check that stat for you. You're absolutely right. 41 points.
That is one hell of a third quarter. Well, they went a bit of a late run.
Yeah. I think the highest lead was 26.
So, yeah, give me some Kispert, because I think he'd be a good wing in this Knicks system.
So Kispert's contract at the moment, he was signed, this I believe was 2024. He was actually, I believe this was very recent, a rookie extension. 4 years, $54 million.
Okay. When did he sign it? This offseason or was...
I'm going to check. I'm going to check my phone.
4 years, 54.
That's not bad value. That's very good value, I should say. It was last year, October 21st, 2024.
Okay. And what's his percentages from 3 this year?
Good question. Let's pull this up. So from obviously it's going to be recorded before the game. Kispert, 28% from 3.
What?
This year to start, 41% from the field. Very unusual. But I'll go down the list, actually, the last couple of years. Last year, 36.4 from 3 on 5 attempts. The year before that, 38. The year before that, 42. And the year before that, which was his rookie season, 35. So you're looking at a very high 30s, low 40s type of three-point shooter.
He actually should be better than
which anybody would sign up for.
I would consistently thought that he'd be in the 40% consistently. So, yeah, a little bit disappointed actually. I thought he'd be better than that, but I'm impressed. I like him.
He's a good player. He's a good player. He's just on a crappy team.
Yeah. Although you would have thought he'd put up some big time numbers on a crappy team, but he's not.
Yeah, he's not that. Go-to scorer. They're trying to rely on the likes of like their young talent like Carrington, and then you have vets like CJ McCollum. Anywho, Carrington
I do like Coulibaly. Someone I definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Kispert, he is physical indeed. Rebound there by OG Anunoby, as Kispert missed it the 3-pointer that time. Towns has it, gives back to Anunoby. They're going to run pick and roll. Back out to Clarkson. Clarkson defended by actually Trey Johnson that time. Gives back to Towns. Towns fakes. Drives on Bagley. Towns inside. Awkward. Shots no go. Rebounded by Bagley. Towns thought he got hit up. Carrington. Johnson to the left, right of the screen, actually. Drives down the lane. Inside off the glass. No good. Rebound Towns. Here comes Clarkson to push. Clarkson going to slow down his dribble. Goes left of the screen. Clarkson has a pick and pop opportunity. He missed it. Inside Anunoby. He drops it. Towns back to Clarkson. Wide open for 3. Shots no good. Tip up. Rebounded by Bagley. Whitmore for 3. Way off. Rebound Shamet. Towns gets hit by Bagley in a foul at the top of the key.
Towns is having a great game so far.
Alex Sarr checks in. Marvin Bagley checks out. McBride hands to Towns. Towns to the top of the key. Towns looking for a man. Towns finds Anunoby. He has a mismatch. Anunoby in the low post. Has the ball deflected out of bounds that time by Carrington. $10:30 to play. 6, I believe, on the shot clock. Could be wrong.
Oh!
Shamet looks. Anunoby inside. Cannot finish the tough layup.
How do you not finish that, man? You got to finish that.
Corner. Oh, Towns with the deflection and the steal by Shamet. Clarkson. Anunoby for 3. No good. Tip up. Rebounded by Coulibaly.
Will that count as another steal for Towns?
Should. Carrington. 1-on-1 versus Shamet. In the gaps is Clarkson. Fakes. Kispert drives. Kispert inside. No good, but a foul. What was Bagley's appeal coming out of the draft? That he was supposed to be like a high-level scorer?
Yeah, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. But the Kings took him. And that's stupid.
Kispert knocks down the free throw.
Like, he doesn't have a game. He doesn't play defense. He can't finish at the rim. He can't shoot. He can't.
Donald,
he doesn't have a game.
The answer to your question about the rookies or the MSG trivia question was Landry Fields.
Are you kidding me? I thought it was Mark Jackson.
No, it was Landry Fields, 2010-11 or 2009, 2010, whatever. Towns at the top of the key, double teamed. Towns gets out to Shamet, and he was hooked. So it will be a foul on the pass. Donald, NBA DraftNet, I'm going to go back to a scouting report, said that Marvin Bagley had great defensive potential.
Well, I don't. That guy was on crack.
McBride looking to inbound. He finds Shamet. Shamet, 12 seconds. Shamet pulls back to Towns. Wide open 3. Shots no good. Rebounded by Coulibaly. Drives up the court.
Your splash on ice,
and it's a foul there.
Put your splash on ice there, Luca.
I don't want it to be a nice. There was a foul, I believe, on McBride. I think a little reach in. McBride thought he got a ball. I want to see more splashes. Put this game completely out of reach. We all know from last year, Elite is not safe. Mike Brown observing.
Oh!
Looking is Carrington. Alley-oop. No, deflected into the hands of Shamet. Shamet looks. Clarkson for 3. In and out. Rebound. Towns. He puts it up and in.
Still putting your splash on ice. God damn it.
3-pointer from Johnson. He knocks down.
Towns has now just cleared 20 points for the game.
Awesome.
21 points, 13 rebounds.
Shamet knocks down a mid-range jumper. Coulibaly hands to Kispert. Kispert hands to Sarr. Sarr posting up Towns. Puts it up. Shot is good. Off the fadeaway. Towns drives inside. No good, but a blocking foul on Carrington. Those are the type of plays where you say, yeah, Towns is definitely built and moves like a brick shithouse.
Towns gets such a hard time in the paint, man. The rest give him nothing.
Yeah, he awful.
Like, he legitimately needs to get, like, beaten up in the paint. Even just get a free throw.
They could gut punch him, and they wouldn't even.
Yeah, literally, like, beating the fuck up. Steel chair kind of shit.
Towns at the line for 2. He knocks down the first free throw. Let's see if there's any notables on this Wizards staff that I should know about. Donald, he was a 2010s player. Do you remember the name Alexis Ajinça?
No.
Okay, he was, I think, a role player for the Pelicans. He's on that staff. Not a lot of other guys you're going to know about. Towns, his first was good, and he misses his second. Rebound Koulibaly. Hand off to George, defended by McBride. Hands to the top, Trey Johnson. Back to Sarr. Sarr along the wing. Sarr looking to dish. Hands to George. George pulls out for three. Shot is good. McBride over pursued on the screen. McBride dribbles left, hands to Clarkson. Clarkson to Towns. Towns drives down the lane. Towns inside, throws it down.
Grown man.
Inside shot rattles around in and out. Rebound Shamit. Clarkson drives inside, fakes, looks. Anunoby in the corner. Anunoby trying to back his man down. He's on the wing now. Retreats. 11 to shoot. Anunoby in isolation. They help off Shamit. Shamit looks. Pass is deflected. Out of bounds. No, it's actually still in play. And it's, Koulibaly loses it out of bounds. It'll be Knicks basketball. Clarkson drives. Couple of dribbles to Towns. Towns pulls up. No good. Rebound Wizards.
Koulibaly saw Towns running back towards him, and he shit himself and lost the ball.
George defended by McBride. Hands to, I believe that is Johnson. Now Sarr pulls up for three. No good. Front rim. Rebound McBride. McBride, and a timeout is called by the Wizards. Or it could have been the Knicks, actually.
Sounds show, boy.
That a grown man's jam. He's not had one, but two of them.
Towns has 24 points, 13 boards, 5 assists in 27 minutes. That is a grown man stat line. In 27 minutes.
In 27 minutes. Hopefully the Knicks will try to continue to push this out of reach so they can save themselves a little bit. Let me throw the backdrop in here. There we go. MSG nice and lit up in the background.
Yabusele still on 1 point.
And that was off of a free throw, if I'm not mistaken.
1.3 rebounds. That's it. But Clarkson's been amazing. 15 points in 21 minutes. Josh Hart, typical Hart game, 12 points, 5 assists, 8 boards.
Somebody said, pray for Alex Sarr tonight. This is straight abuse from Karl Anthony Towns.
Absolutely. Alex Sarr. A poor bastard. But he's actually putting up a hell of a stat line.
Yeah.
19, 7, and 7 is pretty good. But he's getting absolutely eviscerated by Towns. Eviscerated.
Again, guys, if you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe, turn the notification bell so you want to go live or drop a new video. Next stream will be on Wednesday when the Knicks take on the Timberwolves. I will have company in the future in a couple of days, so my streaming schedule might be just a tad limited. I might be able to still make videos. So, just a quick programming note. I'll leave a note in the community notes. But again, the Knicks are up. Let's see if they can bridge this lead any further so the Wizards can empty their bench. Nice view of the Brooklyn Bridge.
Oh, beautiful.
I think I've had the pleasure of walking that bridge like 3 times, if I'm not mistaken. Back off a timeout. Brunson gets the handoff. Brunson looks, hands out to Hart. Hart takes a 3. Shot's no good. Pop rebound, and taken by the Wizards. On the drive inside, looks, pass deflected. Here comes Hart. Off the turnover. Hart with a spin. Hart with a kick to Bridges. Back to Towns. Towns drives. Towns inside. Layup is good. I thought he got hit.
Of course he got hit. But he's not going to get a foul unless he hits him with a fucking sledgehammer.
Carrington hands off to George. Back out to Koulibaly. Drives on Brunson. Euro step inside. Way off. Rebound OG Anunoby. Brunson. Bridges. Brunson. Drives. Inside. Layup is no good. No foul either. Here come the Wizards. George to Sarr. Spin. Kick out. Koulibaly for 3. No good. Tip up. Rebound Bridges. Brunson will slow it down just a bit. Hands to Towns. Towns. Well, he looked to take Alex Sarr's lunch again.
Oh!
Towns with the mid-range jumper. Yup. He's eating his lunch. Koulibaly off the wing, drives on Bridges, turnaround, hands out to George, now to Sarr. No good on the 3, rebounded by Hart. Brunson, Towns, drives, inside. Lord. He is pass deflected out of bounds, no foul. And no, actually, they're going to say it's Wizards basketball. Towns is like,
oh, fuck right. Seriously off. That is he fouled. He got fouled. What are we doing here? These guys are just deliberately just doing it now, just for fun.
Pass nearly stolen by Anunoby. George hands off to Carrington. Carrington. Knicks look to ice the screen. Now Carrington goes to the right. Kicks out to the corner. George for 3. Shot is good.
Nice.
Off balance nonetheless. 91-109. Brunson calling out the offense. I would give it to Towns in this situation. But he might get hit with a boomerang.
Right.
Hart.
That's another foul. Come on!
Towns is really battling for position. He's being held, and Bridges pulls up the mid-range jumper, no good.
What is? I'm now getting mad, even though we're up by 40. Honestly, this is disgusting.
Bridges 3-on-2 opportunity off the strip. Brunson looks. Brunson, Towns inside, blocking foul and 1.
Finally. Nice assist, Brunson. Beautiful. No-lip pass.
Threading the needle, as they would say. I believe Koulibaly was in the restricted area, so Towns.
That is a beautiful point guard pass right there, bro.
Yep. Threading. I think yesterday Brunson had a no-look pass that was awesome to watch.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, the dude can pass. There's no denying that. And it looks like the Knicks are starting to empty their bench as Mohamed Diawara checks in for the Knicks.
Diawara. All right. This might be Towns' last minute or 2 on the court.
Deservedly so. He's had one hell of a game. Towns knocks down the free throw. I believe Tristan Vukcevic has checked into the game. The rest of the Knicks subs have yet to check in. Vukcevic hands off to Carrington. Carrington to Vukcevic. Vukcevic, no good. Rebounded, taken by Carrington. Carrington retreats out to the wing. Picks out to Riley. Now to the wing. That I believe is Malachi Branham. Misses the 3. Rebound, Hart. Ariel Hukporti waiting to check in. Hart. Towns. Fakes. Bulls. And he was fouled. Nice little pump fake.
Towns is balling.
And I believe that will send Karl Anthony Towns to the line for 2.
This would be a 30-point game from Towns.
91-112. Towns, 31 points tonight with 13 rebounds. His 6th
Oh
double.
my God, what a game.
Towns, his first free throw goes in. Make that 32 points. Tyler Kolek checks in.
Who's going to get the Tims for best defensive night?
Ooh, good question. I'm not totally sure, to be honest. I would be more sure usually, but I think at the end of the day, they made their adjustments. It was a team effort.
I'd maybe give it to Towns, man. I thought he was great.
Towns knocks down the second free throw, make that 33 points. Mikal Bridges looking to foul. He does, as Karl Anthony Towns. I'm sure we'll get a standing ovation as he walks off the court.
Great performance, man. Grown man.
Mikal Bridges also checks out. Bacome Dadier is in the game for the Knicks.
I'm really glad that we're actually doing this, though. Like clearing the bench
Yes.
with 3.5 minutes to go. Like it's smart because Tibbs would only do it with like 40 seconds to go. So this is good. Rest up. We did a good
Get
job.
prepared for Wednesday. Tristan Vukcevic shoots the technical free throw. It was a I don't even remember the foul. Anywho, Vukcevic hands off inside, easy dunk for the Wizards. It was a take foul, I should say. They've obviously penalized that. Kolek hands off to Diawara. Diawara gets a screen. Diawara fakes, looks. Ariel Hukporti is the fast shots deflected and stolen by the Wizards. Vukcevic now has it in the post against Diawara. Turns, fires, and scores.
Oh my God.
Pass deflected, and that's Vukcevic. Vukcevic thought he pushed off, but I guess they're going to call a foul on the Knicks.
I just thought it was a good deflection.
It was. I was more so saying I thought he pushed off when he was going to the basket, but
Well, I'll tell you what, man. That bench looks ugly.
yes. (96-114).
I'd maybe put Jordan Clarkson in there just to get a little bit more scoring in there because a little bit.
Yeah, unless they want Dadier to touch the ball.
I don't want him touching the floor, let alone the ball, bro.
I mean, I guess they were trying to run actions through Diawara. So by the way, Donald, to go back to your Marvin Bagley thing, NBA comparison per NBA DraftNet: Chris Bosh, Amari Stoudemire. Let's just say he's not met either of those standards.
Yeah, not quite. Not quite stat. Not quite stat. Nice try.
Bleacher Report, their comparison was also Amari Stoudemire.
I mean, I could see that he's trying to mirror his game on stat. Fortunately, he had none of his ability.
Here we go. The Ringer, back in 2018. The Duke star is the most polished prospect in the 2018 class, but lacks the upside of players like DeAndre Ayton and Luca Doncic.
I mean, it just shows, though, man. Just like even what you would think would be an automatic layup of a pick could turn out to be a disaster. Because look at James Wiseman.
Yes.
I thought Wiseman was an absolute perfect prospect. Awful. Absolutely awful.
I also thought it was wrong timeline as well because the Warriors were still trying to contend, and he was like often injured, which didn't help.
Yeah.
Wiseman's comparisons were DeAndre Jordan and Hassan Whiteside.
T-Will's next. That's been a good game.
Yes. Both teams have emptied their bench. The Wizards will be shooting free throws. Anthony Gill checks in for the Wizards. Anthony Gill's 6 NBA seasons, all with the Wizards. As you can see, that kind of sounds like a player you create in 2K. I don't know if this guy has any abilities, but
Anthony Gill.
as Vukcevic knocks down the first. Let me see if there's a scouting report on this guy. I'm going to do this for fun. Power forward from Virginia. And there's no scouting report. Just when you thought there was. Pat ball is deflected. Shamet has it. And he'll bring it up the court with about less than 3 minutes to play. Shamet gets a screen, goes to the right, kicks to Kolek. Kolek for 3. Shot's no good. Rebound, Hukporti. Hukporti looks. Hands to Kolek. Kolek on the drive. Inside. Kicks out Dadier. Dadier to Diawara for 3. Shot's no good. Rebound, Wizards.
Good heavens. This is ugly.
Sidestep 3-pointer from Branham, and he knocks it down.
Bro, this league could dissipate.
Kolek on the drive. Kolek drives left. Kolek into the paint. Kolek kicks out to Shamet. That was nearly stolen. Shamet, jab steps. What are we seeing? Landry Shamet, isolations. Shots no good. Rebound, Hukporti. And Diawara was open in the paint. They missed him. Shamet for 3.
Surely.
That's no good.
Oh, God, you're horrible.
Oh, my God.
Is this going to be like a single digits game now?
Inside shot is good that time.
Jesus Christ.
Anthony Gill with the bucket.
Dude, if you pulled the starters a minute earlier, the Wizards would win this game.
Diawara on the drive. Diawara blocking foul called on Vukcevic. What is this?
God.
What is
If
this?
at the 5-minute mark he pulled the starters, we would have lost this game. Holy God, these guys are awful.
Oh, God, I swear if they miss free throws. Diawara.
Clonk. How did these guys make the NBA?
Oh, my God. Well, looks like they're best fit for Westchester.
Oh, yeah.
His first free throw. His second wasn't even fucking close. It didn't even hit rim. It didn't even hit rim. Inside, and a foul is called on Hukporti.
Bro.
How do you miss? Dude, that's worse than a Mitchell Robinson free throw.
Bro, I hit the side of the backboard. The side of the backboard.
I think Mike Brown's face is like, wait, is our end of the bench really this bad?
It's pathetic, bro.
And it's the Wizards.
Dude, we were up by 20, like 23, 24?
20-something odd points. Free throw missed. Here comes Lynn. Why is Shamet still in the game? He was the starter. Whatever. Shamet to the left of the screen. Pulls back, hands to Kolek. Back out Diawara. Sets a screen. Kolek drives, loses it. Back out. Oh, and that was almost a turnover. Inside, and Kolek gets the floater to put it in.
Oh, my Christ. Dude, that was our first bucket in 4 minutes.
On the drive this time, no good. Rebound, Hukporti. Diawara
Diawara is. I don't know what he is, but he's not an NBA.
Diawara kicks to Shamit. Shamit for three. Splash!
Oh, finally.
119-102. Vukcevic misses the three, and that will do it.
Mercifully.
Mercifully, if you guys...
That was the longest 3 minutes and 40 seconds ever.
You could put a juvie team out there, they would be better.
Yeah, right?
Your final is 102-119. Knicks win by 17. But also as well, the Knicks are undefeated at home. So they start off their 2-game homestand. I'm sorry, they start off the first 2 games of their homestand with a win. Very important game on Wednesday versus the Timberwolves.
Let's do some player grades.
Karl-Anthony Towns, A.
Plus. I'm giving him an A+.
Jordan Clarkson.
I'm giving him an A. Perfect off the bench.
I'll give him an A as well. Let's go with OG Anunoby.
He was okay. B.
BB minus.
B minus. I'm giving him a B minus.
Let's see. Mikal Bridges was awfully quiet, but I thought he was all right on defense.
Yeah. B minus.
Jalen Brunson. He started to heat up in the second half a little bit, and he had some nice passing too.
I'm giving him a solid B. No, it's not his greatest, but his distribution was there.
Let's see. Landry Shamet.
I mean, he's certainly not getting any higher than a C.
I would say C, probably.
Yeah, give him a C minus.
Deuce McBride.
Quiet game from Deuce. Not much there statistically. The only thing I can remember he did was that football tackle.
Yes.
So I'm giving him a C minus as well.
That's fair. Let me see who else. We're not going to do the end of the bench because they would be all Fs.
Absolutely. Kulik, F, Diawara, F. Actually, Diawara, G.
I think Josh Hart deserves an A. He actually had a double-double tonight, 12 and 10.
Oh, yeah. He was great, man. He was great. He's aggressive. He's getting an A for sure.
Guershon Yabusele in 14 minutes.
Oh, D. It's a failing grade for me. He did set some hard screens.
He's a good screener, but that's about it, unfortunately.
But, I mean, that dude is overweight. He's out of shape, and he provides nothing other than some physical screens. What a bad fucking sign that was looking like. But, all right.
But Towns, by the way, Donald had 2 steals tonight.
I thought he had more than that. I thought he had about 4.
Well, if you want to give credit to OG and Bridges, Bridges had 3. OG had 5.
OG had 5 steals?
Yes.
All right, I'm upping his grade. To be honest, I thought the Towns had a lot of those deflections, but it was actually OG. Right? Okay. Well, OG now goes up to a B+.
And by the way, for Josh Hart, he as I mentioned, he had 12 and 10. He also had 12, 10, and 5 with 2 made 3-pointers.
That's great.
Plus 21 from the floor.
Wow. I had a great game, man.
Jordan Clarkson plus 17. But
was great.
As much as, the plus minus stat is good, it's also flawed when you have Guershon Yabusele being a plus 10.
Yeah, he was a disaster. But, I mean, he did open up some lanes for guys because he was setting some tough screens. He could have started out, but he just looked bad.
Before we sign off, I'm going to check the Knicks assist numbers. Which you can tell, Donald, by watching the last 3 minutes, they probably only had 1 assist with that, with maybe 1 or 2 assists maybe with that back-end core. But if you want to count in regular time, they had about 30 assists.
That's fucking great. That's great.
That should be the standard.
No, big shout out, man. I thought Mike Brown coached a great game. Like The rotations were good. The offense was cooking. It was beautiful, perfect offense. What about the two-man game between him and Brunson? That was some sexy ass stuff.
Yeah, the high pick and roll, the high screen and roll. That was phenomenal.
God, phenomenal. So
hopefully that's a foreshadowing for things to come.
now we're above 500.
Yes, and once again, very important game for the Knicks facing the Timberwolves on Wednesday. If you guys haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe, turn the notification bell so when I go live or drop a new video. I believe, Donald, I am 3-0. We're 3-0 on here. Starting the season, we did the
we're doing well in that regard.
Cleveland game, Boston game, now the Wizards game, and also the Knicks are 3-0 at home.
The T-Wolves game will be interesting because Dante and Randall will be at MSG.
Yes, it'll be their return. I believe the Timberwolves won last year when they came to the to MSG, but when the Knicks went to Minnesota, the Knicks blew them out of the water. But regardless, keep it all here for the content, folks. We'll keep you updated. Wednesday should be a good one. Me and Dylan will have the call for that one. But, of course, if you guys haven't already, hit the like button, do all the good stuff. Also, share the stream out, share the channel out as well. Also, hit the links down below. I want to see follows. I want to see you guys following Donald, Dylan, all the guys, all the links. Check out Donald's writing as well on the NBA. But, Donald, as always, I need something from you before we get on out of here.
All right. Go New York, go New York, go!
Go New York, go New York, go. I think, may I say before we sign off, I think Donald's rant on Phil Jackson fired up the Knicks for the third quarter. So
it did. It was great.
It fired us all up. But without further ado, yes, screw Phil Jackson. Without further ado, folks, we're out of here. We'll catch y'all later. See y'all Wednesday. Go New York, go New York, go. The Knicks are 4-0 at home, 4-3 on the season. Let's get another W. Go Knicks, everybody. Have a good